sacrificial pyre. Only the worthy shall escape the fire. The rest shall fear reviewers' ire. Hello all, welcome back to another week of 52 weeks of Green Lantern. I'm your host, once again, the Man in Black from MIBReviews.com. We're here to talk about Green Lantern Corps, issue number 2. At the same time, I'm going to be talking about some of the things we heard at New York Comic Con 2011, because obviously I have not had a chance to put the news into video format. If you've read my news post on it, then you have seen some of the updates, but if not, then this is going to be the first time some of you might be hearing some of this information. So, without further ado, let's dig into Green Lantern Corps number 2. We of course start with one of the ending shots from the last issue. Very iconic. Once again, this will not be a read-through, but I last read this when it first came out about a week ago, and I may be remembering some of the issues of the comic. I'm definitely going to be talking about other things as well. Just, I'm doing my best to keep this, within copyright limits, so please do not force me to stop showing you all this. If we remember, we were on a water planet whose water had been removed. So that's how this started off. This was all done pretty much, well, it seems it was partially done to get at the Green Lanterns, as you can clearly see here, but there was more to it as well. Sorry about that. Misclicked. But this was actually fairly well done. You would pretty much keep the idea in mystery. Later on, we start to see that there is some issue about natural resources. If we notice here, there's also a power battery in the presence of whoever's doing all this. Now, what we learned before this issue came out at Comic-Con was that the enemies seen on this page and throughout the book are known as the Keepers of the Power Batteries. What they essentially boil down to is they've been in possession of some Green Lantern power batteries for however long period of time, and the Guardians have reclaimed these power batteries. Or at least the implication at the panel was that they had reclaimed the power batteries, which was why they set out to do all of this. Now, this issue is once again dedicated to them, but of course there is more to it than simply fighting them. Webcam control isn't as fine as I'd like, unfortunately. If I can find the panel easily enough, I will show you. But basically what it comes down to is they are stealing natural resources from various worlds. Here is where they fight the Green Lanterns, and as you can see through some of this, it goes on to be more detailed later in the comic. They wield the green power of will, so they're therefore a lot more immune to a Green Lantern ring than a lot of other enemies. Which makes this a bit of a difficult fight. Now, naturally, Guy Gardner is one of the most willful creatures alive, as you can see here. I can't show you the whole panel because my webcam capabilities to an extent. Actually, I might be able to. Let's see. That's basically the gist of the panel. Isamot Vol has a bit of a role in this comic. Fairly, it's nothing major. I mean, it's what you'd expect from Green Lantern Corps. Green Lantern Corps isn't known for going deep into characters' heads with every issue, but characters are, pretty decently dealt with. Yes. And the last thing I'll show you specifically here is the cliffhanger ending. Pretty much everyone comes to attack the Green Lanterns. So, all in all, it's pretty much what anybody would expect from Green Lantern Corps. I hate to keep saying that, but this is a series that has never impressed me, but it's never disappointed me. It's always been what I would expect from a Green Lantern comic. It disappointed me a bit initially because between Ethan Van Sciver and Ivan Reyes, Green Lantern fans have really been spoiled when it comes to epic artwork, and Green Lantern Corps was really just not living up to that. Once you get over that, and if you look at some of these issues, the artwork isn't terrible either. So it's definitely very good artwork. This issue I might even elevate above other Green Lantern Corps issues when it comes to that, as you might have seen in some of what I showed you. Would I recommend picking this up? Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's part of the same plot. It has more to do with the plot line than the first issue. Again, it ended in a cliffhanger, comic book monthly format, but the next issue is where it really kicks off, but this is really the one that sets up in great detail. There's some very good character moments. Everybody's in character. You see a little bit into the Keepers, but you do not see their name and origin and all that yet. I suppose that's saved for issue number 3. So, it's Green Lantern Corps issue number 2. Issue number 1 was the introduction to the series. Issue number 2 is the setup for an epic plotline, and I'm looking forward to see what happens in issue number 3. Till next week, Man in Black out.